into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Miriam Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
On a Saturday night. What's up, AfterBuzz fans? We're here in the studio doing a recap for the new show Younger, starring Hilary Duff, as you can tell by this song.
Hill Duff.
I'm a big Hilary Duff fan.
AKA Lizzie McGuire.
AKA Lizzie McGuire, that's right. I'm your host, Danica Kennedy, and joining me tonight is...
Hey, I'm Annika Michelle.
And I'm Joe Doyle.
Thanks for joining me tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a good show, I think.
So the new show, it's on TVLand. You can also check it out on Hulu. And this is the pilot episode, and it's made by the creators of Sex and the City, which Annika and I used to do the wrap-up show for the Carrie Diaries, which was their other show they did. So that didn't work out. Maybe this one will. We'll just have to see.
They got like 2 seasons, I think.
It did.
Yeah.
Sadly, it got canceled, though. Maybe this one will stay around longer. But what did you guys think? Episode 1.
I liked it. I thought it was good. It was kind of cool. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to her character, especially at her age. Like, you know, it's hard for people to find a job, I feel like, at that age, or like, you know, they've just got divorced, their kids are gone, they don't have a job. Like, she's starting all over again, living it up. That's cool.
I gotta be upfront and honest. I never, ever, ever would have watched this show. I mean, to be brutally honest, if I wasn't doing this, Danica asked me to come on.
Yeah.
And I watched it. And now I love it. It was a great show.
That's awesome.
I really enjoyed it.
He was laughing a lot.
That's good.
Because I love Sex and the City. I watch that with my sister all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, and I love Debi Mazar, and yeah, it's a fun show. I was not expecting it. Dudes should also check it out.
Yeah, I thought there were some funny parts. Like, I found myself laughing a few times, and there's some things about it though where I'm like, okay, this thing is being done so much. I don't know if it's also because I've also been doing the wrap-up show for Kimmy Schmidt, but there's this whole trend right now where it's the adults acting like a kid again.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know, like New Girl, where you act so innocent and young. And I feel like that's kind of a done thing, but I'm enjoying watching her be kind of, you know, the 40-something-year-old woman acting like she's in her 20s. I think everyone enjoys that, and that's so Sex in the City.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I totally just blanked. It kind of reminds me of The Devil Wears Prada, only because of her boss.
Yes.
So that part reminds me of that movie, and like Anne Hathaway like running around like crazy, and this woman like asking for outrageous requests. Even though it's not like complete coffee requests and things like that, she's still kind of like ruining her pitches and like, you should get me coffee, not pitch me ideas, and da-da-da-da. It's like, I feel like everyone's experienced someone like that. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're lucky you've never met someone like that. But I feel like every workplace has a character like that.
And like, I'm coming at it from a different perspective, I think, than you ladies, because I mean, I'm 33 years old, which is still, you know, very young in the grand scheme of things. But I also hang out with a lot of younger people, and so, you know, to kind of, you know, experience those things and being young again.
Yeah.
Danica hooked me up on a date with her younger friend, and so
Yeah.
I was like trying to be all younger again. I ruined it when she called me up late at night. I thought something was wrong. That was when I showed my age. I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, it's just 1:30. I'm just leaving the bar. What's up?" But it's fun,
funny.
a different perspective, you know, to be able to like see. Okay, yeah, I definitely tried to be the youngin.
Yeah.
I tried to say on fleek once in a sentence.
Fleek.
Did
Oh
not
my
work.
gosh.
Did not work.
Did
I like
not
that
work.
though,
So
for
funny.
this panel, having different viewpoints. We can all banter and kind of debate about what we think is hot or not, or what they did accurately.
Yeah.
So far, you know, she's recently divorced. She has a kid that's almost grown up, and then she's jobless and basically homeless. That's how they start us off. And I thought it was crazy she got this job because she has no experience in the last 20 years. And it sounds like the whole job for this publishing marketing house is basically social media, which she's really bad at. And even like in the episodes where she's doing marketing and stuff, the thing she was supposed to hashtag, I noticed she didn't hashtag. Yeah. And like, I'm like, how did she get this job? And her boss is so mean. Like, is this really gonna last?
Right. She had to like not Google. She had to Bing. If y'all noticed, which I thought was kind of funny, like product placement in there, because usually people will be like on Googling stuff, you know. But she was on Bing, and she like was saying, how do you set up a Twitter account, or like, you know, just basic things that people who are in their 20s would know how to do, who are social media savvy.
Well, and that's the only thing she's had to do for her job, too, is tweet, which to us, we're like, okay, that's
great.
Easy.
Yeah.
Takes 20 seconds.
Right. Done. On the phone all day. You can do it anywhere. Yeah. This is true. I also like the beginning part where they were doing the interview, the two younger girls, and they're like listing all the social media, and you're like, oh my God, there's really that much out there. And then they said like, oh, my friend's on Bang with Friends. And then like she's like, oh, we met a hotter guy on there than Tinder. And I was like, oh my God, is that a real thing? Like, I don't even know. I know Tinder's a real thing, but is Bang with Friends a real thing? What the heck?
I feel like they're just making it up now.
I feel like they're probably just making that one up. I don't know. I could be wrong. But if you guys know out there, I don't want to Google and see what comes up when that happens.
Just tweet her and let her know. That's how she likes to find out her facts.
Yeah. Send her an invite to Bang with Friends.
Oh my gosh, send her an invite. That's what she really wants to know.
I'm not
she can
joining that Bang
Is
with
it
Friends
free?
website.
Yeah.
It's
all
not
the details.
happening. But it was good. I like it.
I don't know.
Bang
I don't really necessarily want to bang any of my friends, and so I think I'm good without the website.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to join. I just want to know if it's a real thing.
I thought that we were like, oh yeah, this could be interesting.
No, I just want to know if that's like a real social media thing. Like, I would not be surprised, honestly, in this time if it was.
When you guys are subscribing to us on iTunes, you should also check to see if there's an app
called
Bang with Friends. Did you like that synergy I just did?
I like it.
And with that transition, while you're on iTunes, be sure to look up AfterBuzz TV, especially the show Younger, which you're watching right now. So be sure to check us out. We also have tons of other after shows as well. Forgot to say that at the beginning, so Joe just helped me out with a little transition. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
That was a good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It comes with the age, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really sneak it in here and there.
I wonder how long she's Liza. I just always want to say it like that.
Liza
Sorry.
with an L.
Yeah, Liza. Because I love Liza Minnelli. But I wonder how long it's going to take for her coworkers to figure out how old she is. There's been some remarks. First one I loved, the whole pubic hair bush situation.
At the gym.
Not only does she have a big 70s bush, apparently still, but it's also gray, and she's, just hanging out there, showing it off to the world in the locker room.
And she was, like, not even embarrassed. She just, like, took her panties down, and it's like, her friends were like, whoa, Well, I don't know.
As an older person I used to frequent the gym. At that point, you're just like, just get in and out. Who cares? You're not as, and older people aren't really, worried about, they're like, yep, I got it. Deal with it.
Yeah.
So then at least that's how I'm in the locker room.
Maybe she's less self-conscious because she has that extra layer. It's kind of like clothes, the hair in between. It's like an extra. So maybe she just doesn't want to be ashamed.
Yeah. But it's true though. Every time I go to the gym, it's always like older people that are naked. I feel like.
Yeah.
Always.
They don't care.
It's never. It's hardly ever the young ones.
The people that shouldn't be naked
are the ones that are naked. Or like today
I just said I was
Runyon.
naked, and now you guys are like the people that shouldn't been naked.
No, at the gym.
At the gym, we're saying in the locker room. We don't know what goes on in the men's locker room.
Well, I mean,
It's true.
Just I feel like I should footnote this. It's not like I'm just running around, with it just flopping around.
No, in and out.
In and out. Yeah, you just you put on your clothes and you keep on going. Yeah.
I feel like girls take a little longer and they're naked. That I'm like, okay, I just want to tie my hair and get out of here. But I don't know. Maybe it's different from girls and guys' locker rooms.
Well, it still affected her. She was asking her friend advice, what's the style down there? And I love that because there's this kind of meme GIF thing that's going on right now that's viral, and it's the progression of female pubic hair and men's beards on their faces over the decades. So it starts like 70s to 2000s each year, and it shows like a cartoon of like a woman's vagina just like super hairy to like bald to 2000s, from 70s to 2000s, and then a guy's face like clean shaven to just like way too hipstery and hairy.
That's
just
like
total opposite. So I thought that was funny.
They're really funny.
Bringing it up, especially since the episode's all about social media and trending. I was like, I wonder if that's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, guys, it is something that we do have in common in guys and girls locker rooms, because us guys also talk about pubic hairstyles as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, we just chat about it, mostly about that, and then we go.
I'm
He's like, no, not at all.
He can't even say it with a straight face.
No,
he can't even keep it for 2 seconds. I'm wondering, is her friend Maddie, right? Maddie?
Yeah.
Her friend, not his. I'm kind of wondering, is she lesbian in the show? Not in real life. I don't know.
Oh,
she is
Maggie.
a lesbian.
Maggie. Oh yeah, she's
the
totally
lesbian friend.
Right.
But
that's what I figured.
It was really weird because this episode was kind of like 2 episodes where it was an hour long and it stopped in between. But the beginning of the second part, which I think is the second episode, forgive me if I'm wrong, but there's some dude in her house, and I'm like, who's this guy? And they never answered it. So I was like, is this like her neighbor? If she's lesbian, who's she hooking up with? Like, who's this random dude? And they never said anything about it. So I'm hoping in episode 3 they might clear that up.
Yeah.
But they keep calling her the lesbian friend, and she's like the artsy one because she, Liza ends up running into her old friend, who's obviously not a friend, and her husband that want to set her up with this older rich guy who wasn't into her at all on the date and ignored her. And so, like, I don't know. We'll just have to.
You're staying with the lesbian? Why didn't you just say we could have stayed with us? And it's like, what's so wrong about kicking it with the lesbian?
I know, like, she's so down and out, like, oh, you had to stay with this lesbian friend, and it's like, okay, you're really rude and prissy and square and close-minded, so bye-bye.
That was perfect.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Just to make it clear for everyone watching, because I asked that lesbian question, I did not know those 2 episodes. So when I watched it online, I only saw 1. So if you're like, why the hell does she not know that there's a lesbian in the show? This is why, everybody. I only watched 24 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I don't know how you guys watched us. Watch the episode, just let us know. But when I watched it on Hulu, it was just the 25-minute episode, and then when I came in the studio, they had a full hour with a really weird intro in the middle. So maybe we watched 2 episodes. So forgive me if I'm kind of dabbling in both episodes this week. We might kind of re-wrap. We're gonna re-crap out the same bullshit we're saying tonight next week, possibly.
Yes.
And hopefully we can have some people from the show in there, because I know Sutton Foster actually today was on The Doctors promoting it with her husband, who apparently together they have a cookbook out and they have like a cooking channel together. They were talking about, which was interesting.
I couldn't get over how much Sutton Foster reminded me of Sally Field.
Oh, I can see that.
Is awesome. It's like a young Sally Field. Might be a little younger for you guys, but that's the mom from Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on the same page. Okay, yeah. But yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, I thought Sutton, but I want to look at her cookbook now.
Yeah, she has a cooking channel with her and her husband, she said.
Oh.
Maybe we can get her to come cook
something for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
talk about food sometime. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some fun guests in this season. There's only 6 episodes, so we'll gotta get them in here quick.
So I don't know if that's 3 weeks or how they're gonna do it.
Or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Debi
We're a little
Mazar.
confused here. Let us know.
If you're hearing me, Debbie, I loved you as Shauna in Entourage, and I really wanted you to come on our show.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to her.
Go check out the Entourage movie coming soon. I'm sure she's in it as well.
I'm watching Entourage right now, so I'm like catching up a little behind.
Hash Brown,
apparently.
Awesome. I love that show.
Speaking of having fabulous guests on the show, what'd you guys think of that hot guy with the tattoos?
He was cute.
Delish.
I think the tattoos are not real, because I feel like I've looked at the IMDb of the cast and saw like his headshot photos and stuff, and he doesn't have tattoos on that. I mean, he could have gotten it later, but I feel like it's makeup.
Probably.
Maybe
for
we'll
his
find
character.
out if you come in.
Let's check out Nico. Yeah, you're like, hey, come on in, Nico.
His character does own a tattoo
parlor, not the
studio.
Private studio.
So I'm sure it's makeup, but it's a really good makeup job. But it's funny if it's fake because her line about it is like, oh, can those just scrub off? And it's like, ew, what do you say?
I think they can. We're looking at his IMDb. I think they can scrub off.
Or unless he just went like method actor and fully committed. He's like, oh, okay.
Either way, he's cute.
He is cute.
I got to give credit where credit's due, and the ladies love Josh. I can see why.
I like how he came up. He was like so convinced that she was around his age, like around 26, and like without fear, he was like taking her phone, and she was like, "What are you doing? What are you like?" You know, and she was like freaking out, but he was like still being funny. He's like, "I'm taking a crotch shot," you know, like. I'm giving you my number. Like, what do you think he's doing? Obviously, but like, it was just kind of cute how he was like playing along, like. Playfully like flirting with her.
He knows. I see. Here's the thing. I think he knows what's up. I know that.
You think so?
Yeah, because he said you're around my
26
roughly, and so like I think that because I don't know. I had a thing. I used to go out back in my day. I used to go out to the bars quite a bit, and if I saw an older woman, I wouldn't. That's the last thing you do is bring it up. You just want to like flirt and have fun, and guys know that they're if a 10, 15-year difference, guys know, but guys don't care. At least I don't care.
Right, but like I don't know if he knows. I don't think he knows like the whole extent of her like story.
True. There's
like
more
the
to the story.
kids, the husband left, but like I feel like maybe he knows. I would say like maybe early 30s. I would guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't guess 40. What 2, 5, whatever.
No,
I would never.
No,
late 20s, early 30s, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think it works. I mean, she's already acting like a 20-year-old and lying about this job and hanging out with Hilary Duff and all this stuff. It's like, why not get the best perk out of that by dating the hot tattooed guy?
Yeah, seriously. If you're gonna live like a 20-year-old, do it. Yeah.
I just wish I knew that girls love the tats like that. I would have gotten tatted up way before. Now I feel like it'd be try hard, like now I'm like, hey guys, check out my tats.
These don't scrub off at night.
Hey, once you start, you can't stop. It's a good adrenaline rush.
That's true. You got to. I
mean, I only have one, but I anticipate getting more throughout my life. My little penguin.
Penguin.
I like it. I remember you got that.
My little penguin. My little friend with me.
I like it.
But his tattoos are crazy. I mean, they're just like all over the place.
Oh yeah, all over his arms.
I really like that guy for her. I hope that's kind of a little love plot going on.
I hope it works. I mean, I think it will be. He's introduced it within the first like 10 minutes of this pilot, so
he's dangerous, but at the same time, he feels gentle and like that.
I'm gonna just like make that a gif of Joe saying that over and over again.
But it's it's true. Like I mean, I feel like he's edgy enough to like show her some new life experiences, but like actually like cares for her. But we did see like in the on TV there was like a this season on Younger, and there was a lot of things, and Josh looks like he'd be trifling. Josh could be trifling, so stay tuned.
Trifling. I haven't heard that since TLC's. I don't want no scrubs.
Man, I am old, man. I'm like putting all these references
Bring it
out.
back. Bring it back.
Trifling?
Yeah, trifling,
Hey, if you're going to bring it back, it works on this show better than others.
For the rest of the episode, I'm just going to talk like this.
There you go.
Yes.
I thought it was overall good, though. I think it's going to do good, and I think that maybe being on TVLand might help their ratings, because there's nothing like this quite like this on TVLand.
Edgy for TVLand.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Talking about Bush, they bleeped out a word, but then at the same time, her ringtone was ass and titties.
And they didn't bleep that out.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
And I feel like that's definitely some sexcapades going on, so that's a bit risque for TVLand.
Mm-hmm.
I think her daughter is going to bring her back to being like the serious mom. Like the more they incorporate her, the less wild she can be, because she has to be responsible and get her daughter's tuition and all that stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to actually ever see the daughter, if it's going to be only through Skype.
I bet you.
I think we will.
I was just thinking about this. I bet you that she's going to be hooking up with Josh or some
you think so?
Dude, and then she's gonna be like, surprise, I'm here to Mom, and then we're about that could be the season finale. Come back and see what happens. If Josh is okay with
hooking up with mom and daughter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That's not together.
I think Josh should be okay with that. I think so.
Well, so far she's pretty, like, I mean, she acts younger the whole time except when she's on the phone with her daughter. So I hope that they, like, bring the daughter back and there's some conflict, some drama, something to pull from it.
As far as we know, she's just her as a kid.
Yeah. And I think it's just the two of them. I really like that because it was just me and my mom growing up. So I feel like it kind of relates to my life, especially like the social media stuff where she's like doing this whole campaign for the books and show me your oats, like show me your titties, the Tuesday, like what was it called? Topless Tuesday. Yeah. And she goes on Twitter and sees her daughter like topless with the thing and she's like, she's in so much trouble, even though it was her idea.
It was her idea to do it,
I don't know. I think that stuff's cute and funny and very like trendy and now.
Yeah, for sure. It's, I'm into it.
Well, can we get into some predictions?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Robot, you first.
I predict in the year 2000. No, it's too old for you. So, I mean, I was going to say that I think that daughter's going to walk in on mom. But, you know, since I already said that, I feel like I need to throw another one out there. I smell promotion coming down the pipe. For Liza, because she's killed it in 2 episodes, you know, like had 2 great ideas, and you know, she's too big of a fish for that such a small pond. She's gonna be moving on up. That's what I predict.
There you go. That's good.
Thank you.
I would have to say I think that Josh isn't going anywhere, and I think that her oh my gosh, I literally almost just called her Lizzie McGuire. Whoops. I think that Kelsey and her would obviously become like closer friends, and that I'm gonna take it off of yours, and when she gets the promotion that she'll promote Kelsey too, and then they'll just be like running the whole company together and going on. This is what I want to happen. I want Kelsey and Josh and Liza and Thad or whatever the boyfriend's name of Kelsey is, to go on a double date together. And I want in that moment for it to be a little like awkward, like she's kind of said something misleading like about her age, and then like it all kind of shambles out and it's a hilarious episode.
Nice.
There we go.
I'm gonna predict that Hilary Duff's character, I'm totally blanking on her character name right now. Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey, I predict that she's going to break up with her boyfriend, or it's not going to work out, because she was choosing, like, reading a book in bed over, like, hanging out with him, and he was just, like, masturbating by himself. Like, it was obviously, like, not working out at all.
That's the worst.
And
that's
it was
gross.
so lame. And, like, so I think she's going to get rid of that guy, and then she's going to be all, like, fun, single, New York City, and then, like, really pull Liza out of her shell and have, like, this kind of fun, crazy New York Sex and the City vibe going on.
I'm into it.
So we shall see. Well, let's get into some news and gossip.
Yeah.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, Annika, take it away.
I have a couple of news and gossip for you guys. We'll start with the first. I watched it, like Danica was saying, I watched it online on the TVLand website, and during that they have like 5 commercials that they constantly play, and one of the 5 commercials was Sutton Foster, who, in case you don't know, was on Broadway for Thoroughly Modern Millie, has won a Tony for her performance, has done a bunch of Broadway shows, amazing actress, amazing singer, dancer. Anyways, there was a Broadway Cares commercial that came on that she said, like, you know, just because you don't live in New York City doesn't mean that you can't go to a Broadway show. Like, go to this website, go see theater, which I agree. You guys should go see theater. It's amazing, and support live theater out there. But that's not the news and gossip. The news and gossip is I did not know that this was actually shot in New York. I thought it was a fake New York set that they shot in LA. And it was really kind of cool to find out. She was, like, talking about all the different sets and places that they went. She was like, I love shooting in New York. It made the show more real, so that was kind of cool. And another news and gossip is more juicier. Hilary Duff is on this month's Cosmo magazine, and she was saying in the article that she was dating Joel Madden when she was on Lizzie McGuire. Obviously, she was a teenager at that time. And they asked her about her sex life and, like, when she lost her virginity. And she just kind of answered, like, I was dating a rock star. When do you think I lost my virginity? Like, what do you think we were doing behind closed doors at that time, you know? So that's a little scandalous Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff news for you. And sadly, she just divorced her husband. So she is now single, I guess kind of like her character, and is raising a little son. That's the Lizzie McGuire news I have. Hilary Duff. Why did I keep calling her
Lizzie McGuire? That's not her real name. And this is not newsworthy at all for most people, but I find it very exciting that she just dyed her hair blue. I'm all about like the crazy colorful hair. So you can check out her new Instagram pics with her blue hair if you guys want to see.
She looks pretty cool.
I like it. Does look awesome. Yeah.
She looked pretty good.
Well, where can they find you guys online?
Ladies first, please.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram at Instagram.com/AnnikaMichelle1 or on Twitter at Annika_Michelle.
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Joe Doyle.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Danica Kennedy. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Deuces.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.